Morning fishers, day one, 47th GFA PNG National Game Fishing Titles, and shaping up to be a good one. Weather has come good for us, which is lucky. After that low that's come through in the last week or so, it's looking pretty fine out there this morning. No breeze at the moment. I believe we've got 34 boats registered, over 230 anglers so far. Food Pro Cafe is in full swing. All the anglers are down there having breakfast and enjoying themselves. The big boys, Shaka, Magisty, Hellraiser, Adrenaline, Backload, Hooker 2. Who else am I forgetting? There's a number, but the big boats are all headed out this morning. I think they're all going to go wide, start chasing the big billfish. Hopefully we can hang one this afternoon. I wish everybody the best of luck today and tight lines. It's been a long day, but been a good day.
Been a fun day.
It has been a fun day. And I think 14 boats on the water.
Correct.
A lot of female teams.
Female teams,
some junior
teams. It's been absolutely fantastic.
First billfish raised this morning was at 9:10 on Hellraiser 2.
Hellraiser.
Visiting boat from Cairns, which was great to see. Unfortunately, lost it due to breaking the line there. But then Moresby favourite, Giddy Up.
Giddy Up came in.
Mr. Dan Castle, 2 hours on the line. Tim Madrick, the angler from PNG Forest Products, and they tagged a 90 kilo blue on 15 kilo.
Yep, hooked up at 9.25, landed at 11.25. Very good fish.
And there was a third that was raised today, and again, unfortunately lost, but Hooker 2 with the...
Team Merryfish.
So from Food Pro.
From Food Pro,
which is awesome to see. 8 of our female anglers caught fish today, as well as 3 juniors, which is fantastic to see. We've got about 50, 60 people downstairs that's come to watch the weigh-in.
At least, yep.
We did have another Moresby local, Jamie Brazier, with a bronze whaler shark.
Yep.
About just off 60 kilo.
Yeah, 56 kilo.
So that come into weigh, a couple of wahoo. So everyone seems to be having a great time. And probably, the communication, as you said, everything that's run today is a good sign. If we can pull this off for the next 8 days, 100%. It's going to be an amazing titles.
It's gearing up to be probably one of the most successful game fishing titles that this country's ever had.
I think we're going to have a few more boats on the water today, having a look at the lunch board. The big guys are already out in the water. I think running a similar plan to yesterday, head down towards the Tropic Air Fad, start running south from there. Yep. Obviously chasing the big billfish.
What's the number of boats heading out today?
We've got up to 22 going out, so yeah, up from 14 yesterday. So weather's looking pretty cracking out there. I think we'll get a few of our smaller boats up on the water, probably headed up towards Mike 8 and the shoals, and start chasing some mackerel and some wahoo and that up there as well.
One, 2, 3, 4. All hooked up.
Day 2, done and dusted. Big day.
Big day.
The real highlights, Giddy Up. A double hook up on Blue Marlin. Well done, Dan Castle and the team there. That is fantastic, especially after yesterday's effort and representing Port Moresby.
We got quite a few fish in the afternoon, didn't we?
We did. So we ended up with 55 fish captured or released today, which 32 yesterday, so that's an improvement. Out of that, we had 2 marlin tagged today. So well done to Adrenaline that tagged both of those. They had a 25 kilo on 15 kilo, Leon Chan, Patrick's Transport, one of our sponsors, thank you. And 50 kilo on 24 kilo, David Thatcher. We had 23 yellowfin, which is... 23 yellowfin? Yeah. Considering Moresby's record and, in the last sort of 5-6 years where the the yellows haven't really been present. To get 23 in one day is fantastic. There's wahoo, cooter, a lot of skipjack, mahi-mahi, mackerel, jobfish and a rainbow runner. I must also say they had a quadruple hookup.
Yeah, this afternoon. Quadruple on yellow.
Quadruple on yellow and landed 3 of them.
3. That's a big effort on
which have all weighed. They're all approximately around 20 kilos.
Around 20 kg each.
So that is fantastic. A quadruple hookup at the land 3 is
that's
a big day.
Is a good effort.
Yeah. As I said, 6 marlin raised, so 2 on Giddy Up this morning, the 2 on Adrenaline that were tagged. Shaka, the big 60-footer from Cairns, managed to get one up today. Unfortunately lost it. And our past president, Matthew Brutnell, managed to raise one as well.
He raised one too, and he wasn't out for that long.
Sangoma.
He didn't go out for long at all. So.
He was actually out there for a pleasure cruise. So I went out with Team Rocksteady, took the 2 young girls, Nancy Longstaff and McKenna Supers, with Dr. Nick himself. And we ran out to Idia, and in 3 hours we were on 8 fish. Those 2 girls had a pretty big afternoon. Unfortunately, we didn't land them, but they had a very good time fighting a mixture of skipjack, yellowfin and mackerel. We did get the girls though on a double hookup on nice. Tuna, which is pretty fantastic.
We had a big effort today from all the staff that helped out.
Absolutely.
No, it's good. Good fun, and it's about helping everybody, chipping in, helping, making this event what it is.
And then we've got a couple of new boats today. That's their first time fishing a not only a club comp, but a titles comp in particular, and that's got its own set of rules and everything.
Yeah.
You know, some local teams and things like that. Boats that aren't used to it. So, look, we're all here to support them and bring them on. And these things they can take a bit of getting used to because there is a lot going on, particularly when the fish are biting like they are.
Yeah.
So
well done to everybody, mate.
SP, sponsor of today's Sunday, our second day of fishing. They've really turned it on. The gantry looks $1 million. The beer's flowing. All I can hear is everybody laughing and joking and having fun. Fish have been weighed. I reckon that's a pretty successful day.
That's what it's all about, mate.
Absolutely.
Having fun. Well done, buddy.
Yeah. See you day 3.
See you day 3.
Day 3?
Yeah, day 3, 5:30 a.m. in the morning. We've lasted this long.
We got some sleep last night. That's a good start.
Yeah.
I think we've got a smaller field today. We've got 11 boats down there on the lunch board.
Today is expecting a cracking day. We've got probably a gunboat out there today called Branch Visit. Champion.
Haven't heard of it, mate.
Hey, never heard of it?
Never heard of it. Where's that from?
Its debut in the titles.
Yeah.
28-foot Hydra Sports, has a champion angler on board, and we're looking to pull in some great billies today.
Hope you do, mate. We got 14 boats on the water, 43 anglers, which included 2 juniors. 33 fish come up today, but the blues are starting to appear more and more, which is a good sign. So we had 2 blue marlin today, a sailfish, and a mixture of wahoo, mackerel, yellowfin, and some skipjack once again. From that's 2 blue marlin tagged or captured, another 6 raised today. The highlighter today was Caitlin Nielsen. She was on team the Jonas. They landed a 96.6 kilo blue marlin on 24 kilo. Now, bit of a risk at that rate, but it was dead on arrival, so they had no choice but to bring it back in. And luckily for her, it was 600 grams heavy enough to get her in the books for the day, which is fantastic effort.
Yep.
Tom Bolger on Hellraiser 2. He tagged a 25 kilo blue, his first, on 15. And Thomas Mullion, a 30 kilo on 15 sailfish. We did have Kim Hewitt landed a 16.2 kilo wahoo on 24 kilo on board Marx Brothers today. I found out when we were weighing it is he also lost a Tiagra 30 wide and a T-curve overboard before that happened. So I'm not quite sure the skipper Arthur Barrett was too impressed about it. I think it's his second time fishing up here from Tasmania in 76, so he's had a good day anyway and quite enjoyed himself. Young Molly and Jack Castle, Dan Castle from Giddy Up's kids, obviously learning their lessons very well. They went out for a few hours today and came back with 2 mackerel and a barracuda, both on light lines. We also had Luke Anderson with a 18 kilo yellow on 15. That was on your boat. I know Adrenaline at one point this afternoon rang me in and said they had 9 free releases to report. By the time we got through it, they'd also landed another 2, all small yellow. They'd run into a big pool, so good to see the yellows out there and fighting. I think this week's going to prove pretty successful. What do you reckon?
Action's picking up every single day as we progress, especially by the shootout. We should be able to go out there and land some big ones.
Absolutely. All right, let's bring on day 4. Morning, fishos. Day 4.
15 minutes till lines in.
Yeah, the boats are all down there getting themselves ready. I think we'll have a pretty similar spread to what we did yesterday, which was 14 boats, I'd say. Probably going back out, hitting day 2.
I think the tuna are starting to pick up in size.
Yeah, which is
a
good.
good sign.
Yeah, and well done to PNG Trading there. The big savs, big savs hooked up just before lines out last night, and an hour and 40 minutes later got a 18 kilo on 10.
On 10, yeah.
Which is that's a
Great
wicked fish. Yeah, good fight.
So the marlin strikes are sort of been steady. We had 6 yesterday.
6 yesterday, yeah. So it is picking up a little bit, and they're not biting in the morning. They're playing with them. We just got to wait for that afternoon and hopefully get in the right spot when the yellows start appearing and find one on the outside there. Yeah.
But it has been good to see the yellowfin out there, which keeps the
Longliners have
boats
left us some.
a little bit exciting. And a few mackerel and bits and pieces there.
Another exciting day, and then we got the big shootout coming tomorrow.
Shootout coming.
We still got 12 boats on the water, 37 anglers, and we did manage to get 31 fish, so not all bad. We did get a marlin tagged.
Yeah, and by a lady again.
That's right. That's fantastic to see. And our very own Emma Pickworth on Sangoma, who is a bit of a legend. Absolutely. We had 15 yellow, 2 mahi-mahi, and the looks of it, we raised 8 billfish. Big day tomorrow. So we've got the Dunlop PNG Calcutta shootout tonight. So this is the money comp. This is what everybody's been waiting for.
I can't wait to find out how much money is on tomorrow.
Ooh, I think it's going to be big. We started pre-sales on tickets a couple of weeks back, and it was already building. And we've never run a shootout here in Port Moresby with boats this size.
Yeah,
well, so it's a first of, and I think these big boys are going to go and chase it.
And look, and for those that might not understand the shootout, they are chasing the biggest fish over 96 kilos. Yeah. So these skippers, they're going to go out a long distance. They're going to try and catch these fish. And then they've got to make a decision, like 2 hours of going out, well, 2.5 hours could be for some of them. If they catch it and they think it's the winner, they're going to try and motor themselves back, and that's going to be the end of the fishing for the day. It's almost like playing Russian roulette, isn't it? You know, do we go for it? And it could be fantastic.
But you know, there's potentially 50, 100,000 kina on the line. So, hey, look, shout out Dunlop PNG. This is the Dunlop PNG Calcutta shootout. It's going to be a big day.
Sensational. So, you got a tip on a boat for tomorrow? What's your thoughts?
Look, only one boat you'd ever want to back, really, and that's Giddy Up. Yeah. And with Angular, yours truly.
Yes. Well, are you on tomorrow?
I'll be on tomorrow.
And is Dan Castle doing the
Dan skippering?
He's been very, very hot this tournament. Even his kids have been hot.
Yeah. We've got a great team together, so yeah, if you want to buy a boat tonight, I'll be looking at Giddy Up. All right, thanks, Ryan.
My pleasure.
See you tomorrow.
See you.
All vessels, fishing in the 47th National Game Fishing Titles. Today is proudly brought to us all by Dunlop PNG. We are going to go live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, shoot out!
Dunlop PNG shootout at the Calcutta last night. Biggest Calcutta that Port Moresby has ever had. Prize pool 242,600 kina. It's just massive. We've got 15 boats. A couple of small delays this morning due to some fueling issues, but a bit after 7 o'clock there, the shootout has just started. I'm sitting out here on Giddy Up with the team. We're headed out. We're going to look for a big one. Hopefully land one today and win this comp. But everybody's going out. It's going to be a cracker of a day. Water looks mint. Teams are excited. See you all tonight. See what we can wait. Day 5, done, dusted, Dunlop shootout.
Yeah, man, what a day. Like, conditions were phenomenal today. Yeah, the swell was down, sun was out, birds were thereabouts, but still a lot of good like current lines coming through. So we were lucky on our boat today. We managed to find a few mahi that was small, and then yeah, we kept hunting the area, and then managed to get a few billies a bit later. You know, phenomenal work from the Dunlop people. They've they've committed for the next 4 years to sponsor the game fishing, the next 4 titles, which is phenomenal. It's big dollars, and yeah, it just shows that the big effort that the committee here have done is being recognised through the corporate world as well. So yeah, congratulations to you guys.
Thank you, mate. Yeah, look, absolutely. This is the biggest shootout that's been run in Port Moresby to record. So we had 15 boats hit the water today for a total prize pool of 242,600 kina. Like, that's phenomenal money in anybody's books. We've also got the biggest boats here. We had a 72-footer, the Magisti Spirit that you were on. We had Shaka go out today again, a 60-footer up from Cairns, not to mention all the 40s and everything that have come through. So the big boats were out there to play today, and they were looking for a big one.
And I think as well, like, it's a testament to how the committee have structured this tournament, because to get the international boats here and to get the boats to come down from Ley means that it's something worthwhile. And now, just you look downstairs now, you've got all these people from overseas that have come in to fish the comp too. And I think that's fantastic.
So on the stats, we did manage to tag 3 blue today. We had 2 sailfish as well, and we had another 6 more rays. So the numbers have really picked up. That full moon seems to have died down a bit, and they're coming out to play. So we did hook up at 8:22 after the 7 a.m. shootout there, much to, I think, everybody else's detest.
No, I was actually very happy. I was like, good on you, El Presidente, you deserve this. I hope it weighs.
Oh, well, there we go. So 30 minutes later, we brought the fish in and tagged it, a beautiful fish, and made the call that we thought it'd weigh. And we boated it and we came back, and I've got to say I was 10 kilos short.
It's disappointing to see fish hung, but you know that it's going to the right place. So we're actually quite fortunate with all the charities that the club supports that meat doesn't go to waste.
100%. And look, that's it at the day, is we're here to support the local community and everything as well. So number of others, we had Donna Wilson, so it's her last day in PNG. She's been up here for a number of years working locally, and she was sponsored today to go out on Shaka, and she got her first sailfish, 40 kilo. So she tagged that, doing very well, and she also won the more printing catch of the day for it. We had Ray John tagged too. We had Magisti, Gary, who's come up from Cairns. He was very happy. A triple hookup at that, and you managed to land one. But on a boat that size, I guess a triple hookup, they're running about 3 kilometres apart, right?
Man, it was crazy, right?
And the other one today, our very own Port Moresby, Ed Illing. Now, Ed's a very keen fisherman. He's got the best. He's got the best intentions. And today he finally showed up, and he tagged himself a nice little sailie as well.
Anyway, good on Ed. Like, nothing makes us happier when Ed catches a fish.
Yeah, and a shout out to Ed. Without Ed, we wouldn't have the Food Pro cafe, the tent, the marlin, the everything down there. That's all his dream. He's made it come together, and so I'm very excited for him. But anyway, tomorrow, day 6, back to the normal comp. Dunlop's down fantastic. Massive shout out to Dunlop PNG. Thank you. But day 6, we've got a couple of new teams entering the comp. I'll be on the water, so look out for that.
Yeah, I think so we had the full moon Monday night. Bite's sort of getting progressively better. So I think, you know, the next 2 days and then certainly the weekend for Easter, it's going to be fantastic. So, yeah, best of luck to all the anglers out there and hopefully we get some big ones.
Absolutely. Tight lines. See you tomorrow. Morning fishers. We had a very successful shootout yesterday, 15 boats on the water. Everyone had a ball of fun and there was a number of billies tags, so I think everyone's going out there chasing a bigger one again today.
Look, mate, I think it's going to be a busy end to the titles this year. I think Moresby's turned it on in the first couple of days, but I'll tell you what, I flew in last night, Robbie, and I'm looking forward to fishing tomorrow and Saturday.
Conditions are still looking great. This is great weather for Moresby. Let's see what the day brings and we'll see you tonight. Day 6 done and dusted. Today, 13 boats. We had 56 fish caught. We had 8 billfish raised and 3 tagged, which that's great for Moresby any day of the week.
And I think 2 of those marlin were from female anglers from New Britain Game Fishing Club.
Absolutely. Hannah Woolcott and Emma Humphreys.
100%.
Yeah,
So
fantastic
congratulations.
to see them coming down and supporting us as well.
And it was good to let the ladies fish and let the boys sit on the side.
Yeah.
And the same thing happened on our boat today. I was fortunate enough to jump on Hooker 2, Port Moresby boat. And I fished with Ian O'Hanlon and Penny O'Hanlon from Kimby, from the San Remo Game Fishing Club. Penny this afternoon got a 20 kg yellowfin on 15, so that was great.
Look, I think it was echoed last night by Ben Kingston, the coming in Vice Commodore of the Royal Papua Yacht Club. This fishing, it's not about one club versus another club. No. We're all here. Yep. We all love fishing. We all love Papua New Guinea, and I think that's really important. Yeah. And just get that support from the other clubs, that's fantastic. And so welcome to everybody that's come down from these other clubs to take part in it.
And I think you've also got about 3 or 4 members from the Lihir Game Fishing Club as well.
Fantastic.
So Mickey and them came over from Lihir.
Yeah, so he's on Mousewara, BAT.
Yep. And obviously the other day caught up with him on Majestic on Taz's boat from New Britain Game Fishing Club, so well done. You know, it was great to see. I know Taz has had a couple of quiet days out there with the crew, you know, so it's the biggest game boat that's ever fished these waters in one of these comps, and they've started hooking up. They tagged 2 blues today, which is fantastic, so well done to Magister Spirit. On the other lady angler, Hannah Woolcott, she's also the president of the New Britain Game Fishing Club, so there you go. Fantastic, and that's the first hookup of the day and tagged it. So that was a 90 to 100, so it would have been up there. You know, they almost could have landed it on 24 kilo. Well done, Hannah. We also had Natalie Blewett. So today's sponsor of the night is Islands Petroleum, also one of our naming sponsors. Thank you, Islands Petroleum. You know, if you want fuel, that's where you got to go at the moment. But Natalie Blewett, which is Paul Blewett's niece, yes, a 30 on 15. So look, there's a few juvies sitting out there, but they're coming in for the bite. Look, the first couple of days were slow, but I think now with the moon change and obviously, as I mentioned earlier, the wind and the tide coming in, it can only get better. So we'll see what happens over the last couple of days for the Easter. Absolutely. And I've got to make a mention to young Molly Castle. Geez, he can fish, and Molly, his daughter, put a 16 kilo on 8 wahoo in the boat today. I saw that photo. Great fish. That's an awesome fish. On 8. On 8. So to put GFA record is only 19.6. So it's getting up there, right? And Moresby's known for his wahoo, but for a junior to bring that in on 8 kilo, what a fantastic fish, and congratulations to him. I can tell you, it was on 6 kilo. Because I know the 6 kilo national record. I've been chasing that with my children. Absolutely. It was only 13, so she would have smashed. It was on 6. That's why I asked what line class. Yeah. So no, fantastic. Day 6, it's cracking. We've only got 3 days to go, and we've got a number of new teams about to start coming in. Fish the last 2 days. Yeah. The weather is still kind, but I think there's a bit of a change in the breeze. We've had a bit of rain and everything coming tonight, but maybe that picks up the bite. Yep. 100%. So. Well done.
best of luck to everybody taking part in the next couple of days, and we'll see you all in the morning. Thank you, Gangles.
All good. Cheers, mate.
Morning, day 7, here we come, getting there.
Friday, day 7. Oh, it's disappearing.
Awesome, yes.
What do you reckon, Hannah? How'd it go today?
Oh, good day. Bit of chop out on the water, which was perfect weather for the fish.
Yeah.
But a bit quiet in some places, I think.
It's the first bit of swell we've had in this comp. And by swell, we're talking less than half a foot.
Yeah.
Very unseasonable for Moresby, and I think keeping the rest of you guys pretty happy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We're having fun on the boat today.
We had a cracking day. We got 22 boats on the water with 75 anglers and landed 42 fish, and it's actually our biggest day with the billfish today.
Yeah.
4 fish tagged.
Excellent,
So,
yes.
and another 4 raised, which is good to see.
Oh, cool.
Yellowfin aplenty,
Yes.
which is good to see.
Yeah,
And 8
good.
mahi brought up, so that's awesome. So we had Andrew Olsen on Silverwind. Now, Silverwind is normally a houseboat. He lives on that permanently, and he's taken it out in this comp, and he landed and tagged, he tagged his first ever billfish today.
Awesome.
Which is amazing
That's
to see.
what you want to hear about, yeah.
Everyone knows Andrew here locally because he's where he keeps all our boats running for us, but he landed a beautiful 40 kilo on 24.
Yeah.
Well done. Scotty Randall, the Lake Game Fishing Club president and the GFA secretary. So good to see him over here supporting us as well. He went out on adrenaline and got a 40 on 24 as well.
Awesome.
Love it. Jake Shepherd, young bloke on Shaka today with a 40 on 15.
Good, that's
And
a good one,
Dan Gagan on Hellraiser 2, a 40 on 15 as well. So well done, you guys. That's 4 amazing billfish. And I think we've also got the 2 biggest yellows we've seen here in a while in Port Moresby.
Yeah.
Matty Knight's on Hellraiser 2 with a 36.8 on 15.
Nice.
It's a big fish.
That's a good
That's
fish.
going to make good sashimi in my freezer, I reckon. And Armin Das. Now, Armin, again, first-time fisherman. Never been fishing before.
Yeah.
Went out there today with the Islands Petroleum crew on Shaka.
Yeah.
And a 37.6 on 15.
Awesome.
That's a long way off my first fish.
Do you know how long it took him?
I think it was a bit over an hour.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yellowfin,
That's a wicked fish. And we should mention Jessica Castle. Now, we've spoken about her on multiple days. Giddy up, Dan Castle.
Yeah.
These guys know how to catch fish, and they're doing very well for Port Moresby. But Jessie's wife went out today and got a beautiful 12-kilo mackerel on 4. So it's good to see some of this light and ultralight stuff starting to come through now. Everybody's avoiding the heavies.
I think that's pretty wide open at the moment.
Absolutely. Those are the categories that should be fished. I think that's where the prizes are going to be right now.
Yes.
And thank you for coming all the way down from New Britain to support us here.
Yep.
So, and fantastic. You got your billfish yesterday?
Yeah,
you
my
had 2 on the boat.
My first ever. And my teammate, Vice Pres, Emma Humphries, she also got.
So you had to come all the way from New Britain to get your first ever billfish here in Port Moresby. Is that what you're telling me?
It's a long story.
Oh,
I'm
there we
one
go.
of these people who gives away the.
Ladies and gents, see what we're talking about here? This is where it's at. Come to Port Moresby if you want your billfish.
Yes.
So, thank you, Hannah.
No, thank you.
Let's
been a great
go.
comp.
Let's go for day 8.
Yes.
Do it.
Look
Thank
forward
you.
to it.
Tell you what, it's certainly ramping up. Yesterday was our biggest day on the water with a number of boats and also 4 billfish tags. So Here's hoping today produces just as well. Weather gods are still looking really kind to us. The water looks absolutely mint. Here's hoping the billfish gods are kind as well. Wishing all the boats, I know there's some new teams starting today. Best of luck. Get out there, let's have a smashing next 2 days and wrap this comp up. But I look forward to seeing what gets weighed in tonight.
Day 8, let's go.
Cracking day, Joe, cracking day. We've got 22 boats on the water. So again, it's the second biggest day. I think yesterday was 24. 65 anglers, 50 fish. It's just getting better.
Well, we've got one more day to go.
Day 9, the final day. Look, the weather is starting to turn. There's a bit of swell out there, I believe.
Starts to turn probably after 3 p.m.
Yep.
Some big rollers coming through. Wind's picking up, but generally it's been okay.
We had 6 marlin tagged today. That's the big 6. Now, I know that's not lay numbers, but for Moresby, that's fantastic. And well done to everybody that got out there today and tagged a marlin. I know of 2 boats that had a double hookup, and I know of a few other marlins, so I put that at another 8 marlin raised today, come up and had a play. But for the first time this week, those marlin were on the bite in the morning, which is fantastic to see. So, highlights are absolutely Garrett Young on adrenaline. Tagged a beautiful 35 on 24. Madeline Chung on Musky Worry. Mate, all these boats are doing so well, but Musky Worry, a 40 on 15. Gary Ormsby from Food Pro, mate, Food Pro is killing it with the food. I've had nothing but sensational feedback from him. So thank you, Food Pro, for all of the kai that you've been doing. But Mr. Ormsby himself with a 30 kilo on 15 on the hooker 2. Andrew Grace on Hellraiser too, out of Cairns there, another 40 on 15. Leon Schultz, again on adrenaline. Good on you, Tony, well done. 40 on 24.
Yep.
And adrenaline once again. Robert Critchley with a 45 on 24. So that's an awesome day, can't complain about that one.
Yeah, we're out there and hearing on the scads, even hookups, double hookups, marlin tag. Good to hear that. Good to see everyone getting out there. And
that's what gets everyone excited, right? The blue waters come in a bit closer. The log lines and that, whilst they're spread out, they're there and everybody's hunting them. And look, the number of fish come in today confirms that. There's a number of mahi-mahi, which is great to see. Young Finnegan Byrne had what we believed was a cracking mahi-mahi, although it turns out he spent more time taking the photo than he did actually catching the fish, and it wasn't quite as good as he made out, but still, sensational. We also had a fantastic shark come in today on Ray John.
Yeah, I believe it weighed just over 80 kilos.
Yeah, monster. Yeah, that's a cracking shark to come through and be weighed, and they managed to land it, so good on them. Now, we've got one of our own anglers, Emma Pickworth, with a pending world record on mackerel at the moment.
33.6, I believe.
33.6, yeah, we'll run with that. And Giddy Up goes out there today. Our Giddy Up is just killing it. And with the Giddy Up Marys, and Stephanie Daniels spent 2 hours.
I believe they were fishing 4 kilo, yeah, 2 hours.
2 hours on 4 kilo. This mackerel, I'll tell you now, would be up there. It was easy 35, and that's a world record all day. Unfortunately, sharked at the boat, but what a cracking fish. And on 4 kilo, it's great to see this light line being fished. You know, that's a hell of a fight. She's very proud of herself, and congratulations to her and the entire Giddy Up team.
Well done, guys. Well done. And ladies.
Yeah. Tomorrow we do have a hard lines out at 1700, back here by 1800, and we got to get ready for the presentation. That's going to be a cracking night in itself down at the boat shed at the Royal Papua Yacht Club. But we've had some amazing fish caught. This is the biggest comp that we've ever had in terms of boats and anglers and sponsors taking part. And I think everybody's having a cracking time, and tomorrow's really going to wind it up in a good fashion.
Yeah, definitely, Robbie. Thanks for that.
All right, Fishos, we'll see you all for day 9, the final day. Tight lines. Day 9, done and dusted. Final day of the 47th GFA PNG National Game Fishing Titles. I think first and foremost, a massive thanks to our 4 naming sponsors, Trukai, Consort Shipping, Islands Petroleum and SB Brewery. Without you guys, this wouldn't have happened. Also Dunlop PNG for the shootout. That was a cracking day on the water. And the other 52 sponsors and partners we've had come on board. It's without you guys, none of this is here. Well done to all of the anglers and all the boats that took part. 35 boats and I think 288 anglers in total, which puts it up there as probably the biggest game fishing titles that Moresby's ever held. Fantastic effort from everybody out there on the water. We had 20 billfish tagged, another 4 sailies, and over another 25 to 30 raised over the course of the week, which is great. The weather gods have been kind to us up until pretty much the last afternoon. We've had fantastic weather with minimal swell. Birds are out there, log lines are out there. It's everything that we look for in Moresby, and unusual, but great for everybody who's been visiting in particular to get out there. Big thanks to Food Pro with all the catering they've provided throughout the week. They've kept everybody fed, breakfast, lunch and dinner. Chris Cobb Music and the bands that have been coming down every night and entertaining. Wave Media and Lightspeed Media for their efforts in all of the video production and digital there, as well as the Post Courier with all of the written productions and the online articles. Without you guys, this is amazing. We've never had such a social media presence. We've had live streaming, we've had these videos. It's fantastic, and the feedback we're getting from everyone's been awesome. We've got the presentation coming up tonight, 50 different prize categories up for grabs. Congratulations to everybody who's won a prize, and congratulations to everybody who just took part. At the end of the day, it's not always about the prize winning, it's about getting out there and enjoying the fishing, and I think that's what we've really accomplished. Royal Papua Yacht Club, we're the biggest sub club here, and we're very proud to be a sub club of this club, and they've supported us phenomenally. I think overall it's been a fantastic event. Next year, up into Rabaul for the New Britain Game Fishing Club. I'm sure that's going to be a cracker. We look forward to putting our support behind them as well and getting up there and taking part in that. Hard to believe it's now done and dusted. It's been a long week, but here we are. I'm looking forward to a sleep in, that's for sure, and I hope everybody else is as well. I can't express enough how thankful I am for everybody who's come and helped out. Volunteered their time, their money, their skill sets to help us put this together. Thank you. And let's look forward to another fantastic national titles in another 4 years. I think it's going to be a cracker. And well, until then, we'll see you on the water. Tight lines.